I hope my video won't take long. I just want to share my stress, or I really don't want to, not like I'm sharing my whole story, but I just want to give an example of my story of how I cope with the stress, and how I'm also concerned of somebody out there who might one day, one time, go through something that might make them not to be still around. Yeah, like not to be alive anymore, just to take their life. And that is stress. And people handle stress in different ways. Yeah, we are human beings, we breathe the same, many things are so similar, but how you handle yours, it's a different case. And what might be the reason that made you manage a certain thing, or what might be the reason as to why you never manage it and end up the stress to affect you. So I was just thinking, like, I've seen these cases where people are committing suicide, and other people on the street, like, they don't know themselves anymore. And and I was like, yeah, that's so bad. So sorry for whatever happened to them. And I also came to realize that one day, one time, you somehow almost went, like, how those somebody is not there anymore, or how somebody is on the street not knowing themselves. And it's not like it's not been preached out there how people should handle stress, how they should seek mental services and all stuff. But it's good to remind ourselves again, whoever might be watching, either you an adult or young person, like, okay, I won't really mess a lot on adults, like old people. But as a young person, or somebody who's still think like you want to do something for yourself, or you have a purpose, I don't see the reason as to why you have to allow yourself, when there's something you can do. In the world, there's so many things that, or in our environment, there's so many things we are going through. It's either family abuse, financial, education, or health issues. There's so many things that are giving us stress. But what kind of harm is this stress going to cause in you? And when I see these stories where somebody just died because they went through a certain kind of mental problems or mental issues and all stuff, I really felt so bad. And I feel like it should just be shared to people, to remind people. Somebody can be lucky today, maybe they haven't gone through something, but tomorrow it might be you. Today might be me, tomorrow you never know. And if I have to share my experience with you, then there's a way you can handle yourself. As for me, I one time, not one time, but several times, I've really cried myself to sleep. I've talked, I've communicated. You see how people were saying, oh, you're not communicating, that's why things are not being solved and all stuff. But I do communicate, and things didn't go the way they should. I've been told you have mental problems and you should seek a psychiatrist and all stuff. You've got mental issues, you're very stupid. And this left me in shock. Left me in shock, like, what? And I was curious, like, what? Tell me, why? And by just asking as to why, this became a big problem for me to not be having my senses, and I should seek mental services. I got to be questioned, who is when working with you that doesn't advise you to, you know, doesn't notice how crazy you are and all stuff. Everything being that can really make your senses go in a minute. And there was no justice. Not like I want somebody to be killed. Definitely no. And I've been told, like, it's like I wasn't communicating. But anytime that I have to communicate, it's like I'm not expressing myself properly. It's like I'm not expressing what happened to be understood. But I came to realize that wasn't the case. This was a game. This was an ongoing game. And it was affecting me. I was crying every time. So many things happened in between in my life. And when I hear things that should not, that I didn't expect from who I didn't expect it to come from, really shuttered me down, because I never expected it. Like, I think I cared, and I think that's why I was so much angry and all stuff. And when all this was happening, I felt alone, and I didn't feel myself anymore. I felt like my name wasn't my name. If you have experienced this in your life, you might relate. That's what I felt. I've never gone to, I've never seek any mental service before. I haven't seek any therapist, but maybe it's good. Maybe this, yeah, I think it's good. But during that time or even now, I didn't see any reason as to why I should seek a therapist because I don't think I needed it. Yeah, because yeah, something like that. So please seek a therapist if it's something you really can't handle. But I myself knew I have to handle it because I'm not guilty of this. And the way to protect my own self was to detach myself. And this also became a problem. Yeah, so when this was happening, I felt so bad. I was questioning God as to why did you make me come to this world? If God was a person, God was the first person that I was going to fight in my life. And indeed, if God was somebody who can respond, like come and talk, communicate, like how we'll talk to somebody. I know this is another good therapist when you just go, kneel down and pray. But this time I want God immediately to answer my question. I was crying secretly. And I was telling myself like, why did I really have to be on this earth? Like why was I even born and all stuff? I was really like, why I should not exist. I really told myself like I should not exist. And indeed, I really didn't want to, because how I was treated is not something somebody should go through, especially when you know you're innocent. Like what have you done to deserve whatever it is that somebody has to treat you in a certain way? It's good when maybe it is one person that you can communicate with, or but if this became like a game of a whole bunch of people, then you can't handle this as one person. And obviously you can't survive in that environment if you really can't save your own self. So after doing this like several times, I was so tired. I didn't want anything to do with whatever was going on around the environment. I just want to be by myself. And I indeed remember saying it out, whoever were hurting me, like if you really, if me dying is what you really want, then I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna give my body to you. So like there was that kind of anger. Yeah, I really felt like I should not exist. And now I'm relating how somebody somewhere is dying, is normal because of something they went through. But there was something good about my situation. Like I lost hope. I didn't think I was gonna be alive anymore. So there was something good. And the good thing was that something good was me not taking the action. I didn't take the action like, this is the time now. I'm ready. I'm going. That was the good part. Maybe I was not gonna be here by now. I'm realizing it now that it's because I never took the action. That's why I'm still alive. But somebody somewhere has already taken the action, and that's why they're not here, because of something they went through, because of kind of mental problems, mental health that they have experienced. And something out of nowhere, I just got this feeling like, wait. So you want to take your life because of somebody who is causing you this problem. Like you really don't want to exist because of somebody who is causing you this kind of mental issues, mental problems, and all the stress you're going through. This was not even a person. Let's call them a person. Because I was demanded to follow what was not true. Like people are not taking accountability. And I have to, go through their mess. And by saying no or me asking became a problem. I was like, oh wow. I'm telling you, that time I woke up because I knew, like, why would I have to die of some people's mess. If they don't care, then I too should not care. I got purpose. You know how you were a child when you were growing up, or let's say an example of you, you know, in your education process, there's a time maybe your parent asks you like, what do you want to do when you grow up? Like, what career do you want to do? Okay, this is something I was running away when I was actually a child, but it's not like I didn't know what I want to do, but there was something in me was telling me like, no, don't answer whatever is being asked because you don't even know, and life is so unpredictable. And that was my condition. I remember the only time that I said what I want to do was when I was in high school, because at this point there was no escape. This was like a math, like we were just in class, first year of high school. I had no escape. And I wish there was a way like for me to escape that question to answer that I had no escape. So I said what I was thinking I want to do, but I want to do this secretly. I want to accomplish it, first. And indeed, I never did. I went something else. I never did what I said that day. So I was like, I have purpose. And this was not what my life was supposed to be. I don't have to be crying every time, angry and all stuff. Like, this is not my life. I should be out there, happy, do things that you're supposed to do in life. And you should not entertain anything that is not appreciating you, anything that is harming you. And indeed, I was going to the street. And obviously, nobody was ever going to be responsible. And the audacity to come around you and ask you, like, what's the problem? Explain yourself when you've already explained it. And they'll be like, there's no problem. You're taking it personally. I was really manipulated. But I'm not that person. Like, this was a wrong number. I know when thing is right and not right. So from here, that's when, like, no, I'm not dying anymore. I'm not dying for somebody's problem. And I actually do detach myself. It's like I think I'm a master of it. This is a way to protect my own self. It just comes naturally. So that is something that I did. And from there, I didn't care who want to say whatever they want. I was so done. And library and the park places became my favorite places. Anytime I'm not doing anything, I just want to be there. Like I didn't want to be in the environment that I was in. I just wanted to come when it's time to sleep. Mm. So the moral of the story is, if you're really going through something, especially anything related to humans, please don't take your life. Think again. You have a purpose. You can grow somewhere else again. They will go on their right time. You too, this is not your time to go. Your time will come, but not in that way. If the other things that you really can't handle, then reset yourself again and think what is going to be your escape from here. I know there's so many things that we really don't know. People are going through different kind of life situation, and other people you will never know what they really went through, maybe because somebody is blackmailing them out there, and they will just take their lives and they're gone. Be cautious of where you step, what you meddle in, who you interact with. I'm not a therapist. I'm also healing myself, and if there is a small situation that I've gone through, I also put myself into your shoes. We are humans, and I don't exclude you out of my problem. either same situation like mine or a different kind, please don't take your life. And don't hold it to yourself. But again, share it to the right people, if because talking actually do heal you and take away the stress for a moment, and somebody might give you ideas. Like there are different situations. As for me, I never seek any help from anybody because yeah, I didn't see it to be the right way. And indeed, it helped me because I knew how to go about it. I knew who not to interact with. I knew who not to run to. And I didn't even see a reason as to why I should run to somebody because I got the power. I should not entertain whatever it is, but I should take back my power and run with it, detach myself, push back what is not needed, push back what is really affecting me, and go your own way. You don't have to live their life. Like, please. I know it's not easy to tell somebody stop being stressed, or even tell somebody forgive so and so. Please don't blame people. You see, these people who commit suicide, it's not something they plan. It's not something they plan. It's because of the stress that they are going through. Yeah, this is something that we're going to know, those who are still alive, that also and so did this. But they themselves, they won't know. Like, they're gone. It's not something they wish. They just caught themselves in. Because what I went through that time that I was saying that I felt like I didn't want to exist, I feel so stupid now. And obviously, when? Like, there's no day I've ever thought, like, I want to take my life. Who? Me? No way. But it just came like that until that thought just came to my mind and it saved me. And that's why I'm still here today. You know, parents might be going through stress and children too. And you know, the most cases are for the children and the youth. You know, one time I asked myself, somebody my age by then, maybe who are still teenagers, took their life, not one person, but like several, because they were blamed. And they just took themselves away. And who was to be blamed from that? You know, when something has happened, just handle how you blame other people, because you don't know how they're going to take it, which way are they gonna, like, you never know. Somebody might not be so strong to take in whatever it is that is happening around. So back then when I was a teenager, so there are students who took their lives because their parent blamed them. Somebody's calling me. Somebody interrupted. So I even forgot where I was. Yeah, I was saying not everybody is going to handle the situation the way you put it out there. So these students did their final exams and they really did well. But the parents really wanted their kids to be the top, to be like the first, maybe in the whole country, if I would say. And what happened next? They blame the child, like, why didn't, like, even if it is 1 mark, like, that 1 mark, they're fighting you for that 1 mark. Why didn't you reach this goal? Why didn't you reach, like, why didn't you get that 1 mark? How are they going to get that 1 mark? It's already done. Now, what happened next? You just lost your child. Gone. And that's why we should rethink how how we talk to people, because not everybody is going to take things easily on themselves. Like, they will really take it personally, and next time you're going to be the one regretting as to why you have to do that. There's a humble way you should talk to people or reason out things. Because, like, why? How do you blame something that has really already happened? It has occurred. Like, there's no going back. It's like you being born Am I saying it right? It's like a child being born and you're blaming maybe the parent, like, why did you give birth to this child? Or like, if you can get it, like, this child is not gonna go back to the womb or something of the sort. Yeah, same thing to things that have already happened. You will never fix them and return them the way. Yeah, it's like you breaking a plate or a glass. Like, yeah, you won't fix it. It won't really go back to the way it was. Never. It's the same thing. Shouting at somebody when they have done something wrong. Now, what are you going to change there? You're causing another chaos. You're causing another problem onto yourself. So please take good care of yourself. When you go through something, seek help. If it is really something you can't handle yourself and you think maybe you need somebody to help you, I know it's not everybody we run to help us. It's really genuine to help us. Okay, they can help you, but what is going to be the return? I don't know. But yeah, and don't take your life. If you're struggling financially, it's something you can still achieve. I know it's so frustrating, but if there's something you can do to survive at the meantime, then do that. Even if you have to go through the worst kind of situation because of financial things, then take the lowest kind of situation that you have to go through to get into that position. And if it is health issues, then obviously seek medication, be hopeful. You can speak to yourself or speak good to yourself, like, oh, this disease, you're not meant to be here, like, cast it out. I know it sounds so illegal, but yeah, speak good of everything, seek help wherever it is, whenever it is needed. And that's what I really wanted to share, guys. Thank you, and see you next time. Take good care of yourself. And if it is really something that you remember, if it is something you can't handle, you can be fighting for a justice somewhere, but in the same process, you can lose yourself unless this is something that you decided to. Yeah, it's something you chose. Know when you're putting yourself in harm. Help yourself first in order for you to fight for somebody. I know nobody else should be fighting for who is not there, but you're also losing yourself. Like, who is going to fight for you if you first can't take good care of your mental health? Fight mental health smartly. Don't lose yourself in the process. Thank you for watching and see you next time.